Dead Season is a mysterious podcast for D&D nerds, hosted by Knocked Prone.
Find more ways to support our show in the episode description.
In a realm beyond the living, a group of spectral souls, sleuthing through death's mystery, fate decided by dice rolls. Like when a knocked on your beating heart, and now your souls can't depart. Dead season is nigh, cries of smoking gun the doors. Talroth, Zelbrath Wilderton, not proud.
You guys have just transported through this soul portal into the Firbolg celebration, the yearly celebration that the Firbolgs have. It is called, remind me, Chai.
The Hero's Feast.
The Hero's Feast, which is the coolest pull, because that's a spell from D&D, in case you didn't know. So I was so happy when Brooke was like, it's the Hero's Feast. I'm like, that's the best name. So within this Firbolg sanctuary, the celebration of the Hero's Feast is this enchanting spectacle that is unfolding in the heart of the community. As the festivities are commencing around the central meeting hall, you notice that there are these huge stronghold walls, and it makes sense why the Firbolgs are... I mean, they're hard to find because they use illusion magic, but they're even harder to find because even if you did find their stronghold, how are you going to scale a wall that massive? You've surpassed the wall through this memory portal, and as you're looking around at all these Firbolgs, all these 7-foot, 8-foot giants, you notice that everyone is adorned with these ribbons, these colorful ribbons of celebration, and they're vibrant hues that reflect the joyous spirit of the occasion, which is the Hero's Feast, which is a celebration that the Firbolgs gather to celebrate the Firbolg hero. You can smell the smells of spiced cake and warm soup as you are entering into this soul memory. And Javi and Zell, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
15?
17.
15 and 17. You both are going to pass. There will be no soul disruption while you are here. So, as I said last episode, going into other people's memories is sketchy. Because if you forget that you are in Chai's memory, then you can adopt this memory as your own and start to lose yourself, and thereby starting to lose your soul. And that is what, as Talroth has his little will-o'-wisp lantern that you see, that's what those souls were. They're souls who forgot who they were and have dispelled into these will-o'-wisp style creatures. You're able to shake off the feeling of like, this isn't my memory, this is Chai's. And at the center of this huge Firbolg celebration is a grand statue of the hero of the Firbolgs. Its features are carved with exquisite detail, serving both as a symbol of unity and a tribute performed by the Firbolgs that year. As you guys are, again, breathing in the aromas of this excitement celebration and smelling the delicious smells of soups and cakes, you are at the center of this Firbolg village. Chai, actually, tell me about what are your feelings kind of regarding this celebration as you are back home? You literally call the sanctuary home.
Super excited. I'm also feeling a ton of anticipation because I really want to check in on my kids. I'm gonna usher in everybody, turn around. I kind of assume I've been leading the way. I was the first one through the portal and everything, so I'm so excited you guys are here. Actually, this is pretty special because not a lot of people who aren't Firbolgs get to come to the Hero's Feast, so I'm so excited. And you can meet my kids, and they gotta be around here somewhere. My daughter, she's probably in the kitchen. Yeah, we gotta find them, so follow me. And I'm going to head to where I would be at this time in, the kitchen area of the feast.
Yeah.
As I am following, can I be looking out for the monster?
Absolutely. Everyone, as the monster's still on the majority of you's mind, Chai, I won't have you make it, but if everyone else could make me a perception check as you are entering into this memory. Granted, everyone make it with disadvantage because Talroth, as you would know, this creature is likely masquerading as something else. This creature is not going to make itself well known.
15.
15?
7.
7? 3. You are all looking around. There's not a lot of things out of the ordinary. Lots of Firbolgs, it's hard to even see through the sea of massive Firbolgs, and you aren't able to find anything out of the ordinary.
Where's Finn? Jai, have you seen him?
Oh, he's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, he's definitely here. If we walked into the stronghold, there's no way he's outside of the stronghold. So
Okay.
I'm sure he's around.
And from Chai's fishbowl waist belt, you hear,
Finn, you silly little robot.
I'm so
Get
sorry.
over here.
I'm so sorry. I would never. I hope you know I would never steal him away. He just
No, I
keeps
trust
popping
you
up.
completely.
Oh,
We've known
okay.
each other for 2 days.
Great.
Give me him. And then he'll grab
Mine.
him, put him back on his shoulder piece, and
Yep.
he'll suck back into his. Where in the world are we?
This is my home. This is where I grew up and where my family is, where I spend all my time. I've hardly spent any time out of here, so I'm just so excited to be back. I'm not totally sure what it means. I don't know that I'm not dead, but
You
anyways,
You are dead.
Uh,
we are all
we're
dead.
sure we're sure about that because
Well, Chai, I shall protect you while you enjoy your memory.
oh, that means so much.
And I will, bolster up and take post at her
Zale,
side.
that is so nice of you. You have no idea how much that means. Well, come along, guys. And I'm gonna walk into the kitchen. And do I see my daughter there?
Yeah, so as you walk into the kitchen, you notice your daughter standing front and center, actually at your station. She's readily preparing one of the soups, tossing in lots of ingredients that you know that you have taught her. As you're looking at her, you notice that she's younger than when you last saw her.
So I'm gonna see her, and for a second, I'm just gonna pause, across the room and everything, because that would be a big moment for Chai to realize that this isn't yesterday,
Yes.
or the same day that she thinks she's in. Oh, that's my daughter over there. She's so little. Talroth, maybe you can explain this
Each
to me.
memory has something that a spirit needs found within. Whatever it is, the Raven Queen will guide you, and I'll bow my head. And can I cast guidance on her?
Absolutely.
That's so sweet. Talroth, thank you so much. That means a lot. I really value having you here. I don't know what we would do without you. So, we're a good little group. I guess we can still go talk to her, though. I'm so happy to see her. And I'm gonna walk across the room. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well and you don't feel too behind with the feasts and all.
The apparitions you see here are memories. They are not spirits or people to be interacted with. They will not respond. They will only do as they did.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's nice to see her, I guess. That's kind of all I wanted after I found out I was dead. So, that's good.
Take a moment.
Yeah, I think I will. You guys feel free to wander around a bit. I won't be far. I'm just gonna take a little beat.
Perhaps we could keep an eye out for the creature.
I absolutely forgot. We follow the creature in here.
Quite. One that poses a threat to each of our lives. Or afterlives.
But fear not, for I shall not let it harm you.
I like you. I don't know about you quite yet.
I get that reaction
I
frequently.
assure you, Talroth is the best guide I've ever
Okay,
had
hold
in
on,
this
hold on.
realm.
Talroth? Zell.
Precisely.
Okay, I understand. Javi. Talroth, Zell, Javi.
Javi.
I appreciate your your positivity, your excitement.
Well, you know, half the battle is just maintaining your mental.
Mental what? You did not finish your sentence.
It's somewhat of a turn of a phrase to say, like, staying positive.
Okay. Chai? Are you okay?
I don't know. I just had a thought though. I really should find my son as well. He's around here somewhere. Let's go outside. I'm sure he's hustling, bustling in the middle of all this action. So yeah, let's get out of here.
And you would know, Chai, that with how young your daughter appears in this memory, that your son would still be around at the Firbolg encampment.
Yeah, so maybe as we're walking outside and searching for him a bit, I'll just chit-chat nervously, my thoughts and everything. Yeah, so my son should be around here somewhere if this, memory's a couple years old. He hasn't been home for a while. I actually haven't seen him in a couple years. You see, if you break a rule around here, it can mean some serious business. He got, banished quite a few years back, and, anyway, seeing him would be a pretty big deal, so that would be exciting. Hopefully we can find him. And I will also add, this is by far the most, put out you've seen Chai since you've known her.
I was gonna say already, whoa. You have 2 children?
Yeah, I do. Also, I apologize for not really formally introducing them. I don't know if you knew this, but Firbolgs don't really use names. Some random travelers that I helped once, they gave me the nickname Chai, so I just kind of adopted it. I made them some chai tea on a cold winter's night, and that was the end of it. So it's not for lack of pleasantries that I'm not telling you people's names. We just don't really use them around here. At this point, I guess the one purpose I could see in a name is being able to call out to my son.
You are silly.
Can I use?
I love your joke.
Sorry, can I try to? Can I try to perceive, to look for a Firbolg that looks like?
That looks like Chai?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make me, would you like perception, investigation, or other?
Perception.
Great.
While you're rolling, I'll just give you, a physical description, too, while we're looking. He's the tallest Firbolg in our whole family. He can't grow a beard like his dad can, but that's okay. We love him anyway. And he looks pretty similar to me, so he would stick out a little bit if you know my face, so,
I think I see him over there. I got a 21. Is that
A 21?
Nice.
Yeah.
Just assume.
You see a Firbolg that looks the spitting image of Chai, and he looks over at your group and makes eye contact with you, Chai, and says, Mom! Mom! And starts running towards you.
Of course, I give him a big hug. I mean,
He,
stunned.
as you approach his body,
Oh no.
phases through your
Oh.
body, and behind you, you see a younger you, 5 years, in fact, younger you. Oh, son, I'm so happy that you're happy. Oh, this celebration's gonna bring our family together once again. We're having a great day today here at the Heroes Feast. Anyway, I gotta go get back to the kitchen and help out your sister. You wanna come with me? Yeah, Mom. And then they both trek off towards the Heroes Feast.
You appear to have been a fine mother.
Thank you.
one day your children will die as well, and you may see them in the afterlife.
He seems like a sweet, innocent child. What rules did he break to get banished? I do not understand.
I'm just blubbery at this point. He made a really bad mistake. I just haven't
What?
seen him in so long. He told some bad people where our home was. And that's a big deal because we do a lot to go under the radar and to keep us safe. And I don't know why he did it, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I haven't seen him in years, and I was so excited for him to see me. I just wish we could have a conversation, and now I realize that's just not gonna happen. At this point, I hope I see him again at some point, but I don't know. It could be a really, really long time.
I believe he needs to die for you to have a conversation.
Indeed.
Talroth.
If you share your same afterlife destination, or perhaps if your gods affiliate with each other, you will see him again.
Okay.
I hope so, and I don't even know where he's at now. I'm his mother, and I don't know where he's been living and who he's been running with, and if he's alive or dead. I don't even know if he worships the same god as me anymore. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess I'm glad I at least got to see him. That was my biggest goal just 2 hours ago.
What's his name? Oh wait, you don't have names. Oh, silly Javi. I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Javi. I love your laugh.
I cannot contain it.
Talroth, you said that we're supposed to get something out of these memories. I'm not even sure what to do. If I can't talk to my family, if I can't be here at the Heroes Feast at home, then I'm just not sure what we're here for.
Many of the possessions that people had in life can help them find themselves here in the afterlife. Ground yourself when you're not sure of your direction, and provide a path to where your destination should be. Is there anything particular that you treasured on this day?
Oh, for sure. I think if we're gonna put money on it, it's probably gonna be back at the kitchen. So we should probably head there, and maybe some item will ring a bell for me.
Do keep in mind that some of these portals also open up the way to releasing spiritual blockages that prevent the spirit from moving on.
Okay. Oh my stars! I just remember we are covered in blood. I am almost glad that nobody could see us. Nobody's happened to see that monster around, have you?
No.
But it smells like iron, very strong.
It does. It sure does.
It doesn't feel comfortable at all.
Chai, can you try to recall what happens later on in this memory? Perhaps you can think of the next important event.
It's a little bit hard to tell exactly what year it is. But we appear to be a couple years back.
Go ahead and make me a history check.
18.
18. All right. With an 18, you recall this as being 5 years prior to the last Heroes Feast that you recall attending. And this is a very significant year for Chai, because this is the year that Shrubby gave you your enchanted bag that basically creates, conjures ingredients, simple ingredients from the Feywild that you're able to put into your concoctions. And as you recall, he hasn't given them to you yet.
Okay. This is actually quite a significant year. And now I can, well, I suppose I can't introduce you, but I can maybe find my friend. He actually does have a name. He's kind of known as Shrubby around here. So I think we can find him. He's got to be close by. And I'll start looking around for a Shrubby.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I keep looking for the monster.
Absolutely. Everyone who is looking for the monster, look for the monster, but let me know what you're looking for with your investigations.
I think Javi's probably looking for Shrubby. 16.
11.
21.
Ooh, 19.
With a 21 Zell, you're walking around looking out for the monster. You notice huge footprints of some sort of monstrosity that seem larger than a Firbolg's footprints, which is saying something, leading back to the cook's tent. With a 19, Talroth, you notice on the back of the the Firbolg hero of the Heroes Feast that they are celebrating, hastily scratched is an ichor inked message that says, "Lose me or lose yourself." Javi, with a 16 looking for Shrubby, you do notice that Shrubby would be back at the cook's tent that Chai is taking you to. However, with a high enough number as a 16, on the way you're noticing there are multiple fireflies. That's light is going out. They're on the floor dying, in the process of dying, like a huge horde of fireflies just laying down and dying at once.
Chai, is this how you remember? All these dead animals, these dead fireflies, all over the ground as we walk back to the tent. They're all over the place. Their lights are going out.
Is that how I would remember? Like, is that accurate?
You think back, and with your prior history roll that you rolled, this is not the exact format of the memory that you remember. Actually, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw as you think about it.
18.
With an 18, you are able to steady yourself, and even though there are some incongruencies in this memory, you are able to remember that indeed this is not how it occurred in your life. These dead fireflies is somewhat of an anomaly in your own memory as you are traveling back to the tent that you would know has Shrubby in it.
Okay. No, actually, this is very peculiar. And to be honest, the fact that nobody seems to be caring about this, it doesn't seem right. Not only do I not remember this, and I feel like I would have, but if anybody else is like truly seeing this, I feel like they wouldn't just be walking around it. Like that's just not really how we
It's
work.
not normal.
No, definitely not. I'll kneel down next to the fireflies, and we can't communicate back and forth fully, but I
Right.
do have a Firbolg ability that allows me to communicate enough with plants and animals that they at least understand the meaning of what I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm going to kneel down next to them and just say, "Hey, well, are you okay? This doesn't seem normal. No, nobody's stopping to take care of you."
Roll me an animal handling check with advantage. Since your character is able to commune with animals and they are able to kind
Good
of see
roll.
past the material plane.
19.
A 19. Okay. So with a 19, you're able to get the feeling across that you are trying to with these fireflies, and they're able to commune back how they are feeling. And you feel this deep absence of love, this deep sense of dread and fear, and then nothing as the fireflies' lights go out.
Okay, I'll stand up. This is not right. This truly just doesn't make sense. I'm not a detective by any means, but this is not us. This just wouldn't happen. And I know it might seem subtle to some people, but this is just strange. I have no idea what it means.
I can figure it out for you.
I believe it may be partially due to the creature we followed in here.
Oh.
I wonder if it has an effect on some of the, some portions of the memory that might be less grounded in the material plane.
I do worry what this means. And right now I feel like there's no way of knowing, but if it has anything to do with that monster, then my interest in taking care of it just raised. Keep your eye out for anything that seems weird, okay? I'll help look into it and tell you if it seems normal or not. So, good eye.
Well, I think we should carry on with where we were going.
All right, we'll carry on. I don't even know. Are we time limited here, Talroth? I mean,
The longer that you are here, the easier it is to forget what has truly happened to you. I wouldn't recommend lingering longer than needed, but there is no definite time that you need to be out by.
all right. Well, we'll try to be efficient then. And now we're looking for Shrubby.
With me seeing the footprints, I want to kind of like try to enter the kitchen a little bit before everybody else just to quickly make sure it's safe.
And I'm going to guidance her again.
Wonderful.
Can I just, anytime that would wear off, can we just say that my character is doing it so I don't have to continually
Absolutely.
say it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely. So you cast guidance on Chai to try and bolster her in this memory, to try and reassure her thoughts. Because if Chai becomes lost, you know that the likelihood of Javi and Zell making it out of this memory would be improbable. And so you cast this guidance on Chai, and you continually start to cast it. And Zell, as you brush open the canvas tent flaps of this tent, you notice a lengthy Firbolg that is very tall and very skinny, with moss-covered skin, like his arms are just absolutely covered in moss, that match his deep green eyes that seem to, as you're looking at him, you just sense, Zell, that he has some innate ability to be able to see beyond just what's in front of him. What's unseen to the naked eye is more apparent to Shrubby. And raised in the secluded forest clan, Shrubby's druidic abilities had flourished, and as he communes with the spirits of the Fae, Chai, you would remember that he is accompanied with a dark brown and black spotted direwolf. As you also enter the tent, you see that he is again accompanied with this dark brown and black spotted direwolf that he was gifted from the leader of your clan, Father Firbolg, and he affectionately nicknamed this awakened direwolf Moosey Moose for its massive moose-like structure. And you see Zell as you approach. You do not see any hint of a monster, though the footprints stop at the edge of this tent.
I'll just remain hyper vigilant. Yes, he's in here. And I'll beckon you guys in, holding the curtain.
Oh, there he is, Shrubby. Oh man, I can't tell you how much I love this guy. He's such a peach. Actually, it's kind of funny. He doesn't have the craze in his eyes that he had, yesterday when I saw him. I think that at this point, he was a pretty normal guy, living a normal druid Firbolg life. The last couple years, he's gotten into like ghost hunting and stuff, so he's like joined this group, and it's this whole thing.
Ghost hunting. Craze.
I kind of think we may be the ghosts now.
Huh.
Chai.
That's funny because I feel like most of our clan just sort of thinks it's a funny hobby. I don't know if he has the actual ability to hurt us, but anyway, that's Shrubby, and he's a really special guy because he gave me some of my cook's utensils and a really special bag that helps me hold ingredients so that I can kind of cook on the go and stuff. So I think that's something that's valuable enough to me that it could be a part of this memory.
As you are approaching and watching over Shrubby, you are noticing him giving this bag of ingredients to you, Chai, and you see the bag of ingredients, and he's like, "Oh, ma'am, okay, so I went into the forest with Moosey Moose, and we found this bag with the map that you gave us." And Chai, you recalled this map as being the map that you found in an ancient cookbook. And feeling bad for Shrubby, you gifted this map to him that led to an adventure that led him to this bag of cooking ingredients. And he's like, "I saw more out there. The Fae spirits told me that I had to come back and get more if I wanted to be seen around these parts again. And so I came back here, giving you the first bag, but I'm about to head back out to the Fae spirits to get some more bags for everyone here." You see the cooks are elated. And Chai, as you remember, the cooks never received their bags. You remember being the only person to receive one of these enchanted conjuration bags from the Firbolg Feywild. Shrubby then concludes kind of talking to the Firbolgs and is like, Well, I'm not going to be back here without at least 5 more bags, and that is a Firbolg promise. You can count it on Shrubby. He gets a roaring applause as he starts to just trot off. Chai, as you look over your face, you see that you've received this bag, and you see this sense of, that could have been me. That should have been me. I could have taken this map and been a part of this adventure. However, I passed it up for the sake of someone else.
You know, I haven't put a lot of thought into this, but those other people never got their bags. I'm the only one who had it, as far as I know.
As you are watching Shrubby leave this tent, that question that you just asked of nobody else got their bags, what happened to Shrubby, crosses your mind, and you start to think maybe this memory is leading you to what happened to Shrubby and not what happened to you in this time.
You know, I think Shrubby is a very capable Firbolg. And to be honest, I think he got my bag with some decent ease. Being a druid, he actually got to do a fair amount of exploring compared to most Firbolgs, so I'm not really sure what went wrong there. Also, it is one of the 5 tenets of being a Firbolg to be honest. And honesty counts even if you lie on accident or you just leave out some important information. So the fact that he promised that to all these people and never came back with it, that also seems a little strange to me.
With her bringing that up, I want to just peek out as he walks out and investigate his footprints and compare them with like the mental image I have with the monster.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a nature check.
15.
With a 15, you are able to kind of size up the footprint. You hold your hand where it starts and where it ends. He's a 12.5 boot. And then you go over to the monster footprint, and you're able to extend your arms to about your shoulders length away from each other. And you notice this monster footprint is much larger than Shrubby's footprint. It does not appear that Shrubby is the monster.
Unless something dramatic happened to Shrubby, I don't think he is what is manifesting as this Iker being that murdered your friend Talroth.
I do not believe so either. And then Javi's going to pull Finn out of his suit and drop him down in the larger footprint, the one that is the monster that we may have followed into this memory, and say, Finn, are you able to find out where this is going? Follow the path. And send Finn off.
Make me an Arcana check to see if Finn is able to.
17.
17, all right. Finn, and then starts bustling quickly after Shrubby.
Okay. In this new world, in this new realm, Chai's his friend.
Right.
They are the people he's met.
Yes.
He will grab Chai's hand and run in the direction
Okay.
that Finn is running.
Definitely.
Where he's like caught a scent.
And is this like out of the fortress, like out of our little town?
Yes. So you would know that Shrubby has a knack for kind of like finding things and finding herbs. And the treasure map that you had given him led to the north of the Firbolg stronghold. And he was adventuring towards a place on a map. So he's trekking to the north.
Jay, follow me. Finn has found something. Come on now.
All right.
You'll lose him.
We're on our way. And I'm gonna look back at Zell and Talroth to make sure that they're like coming with us.
Walking, but with much less like
Yeah, as
gusto.
Javi like has my hand, I'm like, ugh.
Javi in his like mech suit. Full speed.
Yeah.
Following Finn.
As you guys start to venture deeper into this Feywild forest, Talroth and Chai, you would know that the Firbolgs have a connection between both the Feywild and the material plane. This stronghold The reason that they keep it so secret is because they don't want other people finding the entrance to the Feywild that are unworthy of making it to the Feywild and abusing the power of it. And so this stronghold is kind of this checkpoint of like, nobody makes it past this point or else. As you venture deeper into the Feywild forest, you stumble upon a line of fairy circles. So fairy circles, stones that are kind of placed in a very perfect or somewhat imperfect circle, but there are 3 circles made entirely of stones, and as you guys look beyond this line, it seems that this is an entrance to the Feywild, and the air seems past this line to be infused with wild magic. The air looks to be vibrant hues of otherworldly flora. It paints the landscape in a way that it makes it look like you're looking through a kaleidoscope. It is such different, especially for Talroth, who you grew up in the Shadowfell. This is the opposite. The Shadowfell is dull and gray. This is bright and rainbow colored. Like ethereal jewels are forming in this canopy of filtration of sunlight through these trees. You notice that the trees are these twisted roots of moss-colored canopies and rocks that are actually perfect for hiding. You all notice that Shrubby is in the next clearing. What would you like to do?
Before anybody does anything, Javi will do a quick and Finn will return back to his suit.
So we're seeing Shrubby in the middle of this fairy circle.
Yes, and as you look at Shrubby, something seems off about this encounter. Shrubby's awakened direwolf, that you know that he affectionately named Moosey Moose, is cowering behind Shrubby's legs. Shrubby looks like he's having an argument, but with himself.
I get close enough to listen.
Absolutely. Are you trying to blend into the background, or are you trying to stealth up to this location?
Talroth, I believe this one can see past the veil.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay.
3 in a row.
As you are stumbling forward, Talroth, you're thinking, he doesn't see me. Zell's wrong. Shrubby's piercing eyes look over at you as he says, "Is somebody there? I hear you. You better come out."
Just taking it a little bit back, I'll call and say, "Can you hear me?"
Is somebody there? It does not appear that he can hear you.
Perhaps a wave.
I'll take out my lantern and I'll wave my will-o-wisp just back and forth.
This is his horror show. Is somebody there? Little light.
Zell and Javi, I'm going to need you guys to make me perception checks.
Don't mess it up or we're all going to be really confused.
And if we all roll nat ones.
18.
18?
14.
14. Talroth and Chai, you start to walk into this clearing, assuming maybe Shrubby is seeing you. Maybe he's noticing you're there. You're noticing that his eyes dart back and forth at your swinging will-o-wisp lantern, Talroth. But, Javi, Zell, you look forward into the distance. You notice that Talroth and Chai are completely oblivious, and then all at once you see it.
Oh.
The monster that you saw at
no.
Lady Pinkerton's, with its zipper-toothed mouth and its long, bony frame that is dripping this ichorous fluid, appears from the shadows of the trees. All at once, it's behind Chai and Talroth, and it poses up and is ready to strike. Everyone, I'm going to need you to roll for initiative.
So
All right.
exciting. 17.
4.
9.
7. But I will, seeing it, be like, Chai, Talroth, behind you.
Look!
At initiative 20, it is going to be this monstrosity horror's turn, and it will contort, and you will each hear a splitting sound. Zell, Talroth, and Chai, if you did not know the monster was there before, you do now, because behind you, you hear the splitting sound of bones grinding against other bones, and the creature will separate its body into 6 identical figures. 3 of the figures turn towards the party, while the other 3 figures set their eyes on Shrubby and his familiar Moosey Moose. That is the creature's action, so that will be the end of the horror's turn. Chai, with a 17, you are up.
I'm going to attempt to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, so as you are looking around at these duplicates of the monsters, you are seeing that there is a neon green one, a slate gray one, a deep blue one, a maroon one. Which one are you?
The green
targeting?
one.
The green one.
Poor
Wonderful.
shizzle.
Okay.
So that's a 9 to hit.
A 9, unfortunately, does not hit.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hidden Step and turn invisible. And then I will end my turn.
Javi, very familiar at this point. You look over at Chai, and she misses with Guiding Bolt, points off into the distance, and then a red embarrassment goes over her face, and she snaps, and invisibility envelops her. And with that, Talroth,
Hold on,
you
Javi
are
would like
up.
to say one thing.
Yes.
That's the first friend I've made in centuries. And she's gone.
Javi, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't see you.
I'm here. It's okay. Just keep going.
And now I'm hearing voices.
You left me.
Talroth, you are up. You turn around, and these monstrosities are surrounding you. The ones that are closest to you are bright green, slate gray, and a deep blue.
I'm gonna swing my ore lantern around and bring down the cage onto the mass of the gray one. 21 to hit.
A 21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
And we'll say that I use one of my smites here, because why not? So 12 points of bludgeoning damage
12. Okay.
and 5 points of radiant.
Wow. Okay.
I would like to thwack it and then turn around, and I'd like to use the blessing of the Raven Queen, Misty Step, 30 feet away.
Javi, you're looking at Talroth as he hits into this creature, absolutely bloodies this creature, and then is gone.
Different disappearance, though. As I hit it, you'll see my sprite inside the lantern glow as the energy just goes and it shocks the mass. As he turns around, you just see as he steps forward and his being seems to just like envelop in smoke and disappear into just nothingness
nothing.
before you hear him a little bit further away.
Yeah, you turn to see Talroth just disappear.
Just like gone.
Is that the end of your turn, Talroth?
Yes, sir.
Zell, you are up.
So Talroth like steps up, hits him, and Misty steps. Well, I want to be like running through the mist, so it's like hit. Whoop.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have been practicing this for years. But you
In
just
reality,
fall in step with, and you hit into this gray, sickly creature.
With a 23.
That'll hit.
Impale with my glaive, and then like for flavor, it doesn't do more damage. Hit them with my shield to like pull the glaive out. If I can, I want to like get as close to like drawing attention from the one right next to it as well.
Definitely. And how much damage do you deal?
7.
As you stab this spear through this horror, go ahead and tell me how you would like to dismantle this horror from Chai's memory.
Oh, okay. So like I stab through, and just like I said, I use the shield to like pull the spear out. But because it's like a bladed end, I'm going to turn it. And so as I'm pulling it out, I'm going to actually pull it more up, slicing a massive chunk of it at the same time like slapping that like puddle to the side with my shield.
This creature explodes, and the ichor coats the surrounding trees. And as this grayish creature starts to fade and hit the ground and fade through the memory, Chai, in your mind, you hear,
You never were the mother you were supposed to be.
Dude.
Your children are just a memory.
is that the end of your turn, Zell?
Yep, that's it.
Javi, you are up. So you have seen Zell and Talroth expertly vanquish this foe.
The enemy split into numerous
The
different
enemy
creatures,
split
right?
into 6 identical creatures. 3 of them are focusing on Shrubby and Moosey Moose, his
how are
animal
they doing?
companion.
Like, can we
Okay.
see?
And you don't know
So
yet.
there are
And then
3
there
left?
are 3 that are attacking you.
Okay,
You've
so all
dispatched,
6
2 of you have
are
dispatched of
surviving.
1. Yes, there's 6 that are surviving. 1 has just been vanquished. There are 5 pieces of this creature left.
Javi seeing all these different creatures like appear, everybody try and attack them, but none of them, one of them has been dispersed, but there's still 5 left. Javi is going to crouch down and like almost like pull his like arms into his chest before he just like explodes in just like a burst of energy and cast a thunder wave.
Okay.
And you'll just see insane amounts of arcane energy, like just electricity in all directions, like a force field just emanate out from him. All creatures within 15 feet of him will need to make a constitution saving throw or take damage,
Constitution. All right. So one of
which
them,
I believe will be the whole party as well as all 5.
3 of these horrors are going to fail, and 2 of them are going to succeed.
Okay. 11 thunder damage to any fails, and then half on succeeds, so 5?
This huge aura of energy and sound just booms out from your armor, and you are able to hit 3 of these creatures dead on, and 2 of these creatures are skimmed by your damage. You dealt a massive amount of damage. What was that? 15 plus 22, so 37 points of damage is crazy.
You'll see Zelbrath.
Yeah, anybody who's like of the party who's nearby, if they didn't succeed, they also take that damage.
It is going to be Shrubby's turn. Chai, the fear that you felt from the fireflies is exuding from Shrubby, and you see Moosey Moose, his direwolf, whimpering behind his legs. Everyone go ahead and make me a animal handling check.
6.
Natural 1.
5.
I'm doing good.
Unnatural 20.
With a dirty 20, you are going to notice, Chai, this fear is amplified in Moosey Moose. These creatures are less interested in Shrubby and more interested in Moosey Moose. But with that, Shrubby rolled a natural 1 on initiative, so he is going to be paralyzed for the turn. And it is going to go back up to initiative 20, which is the horror's turn. One of them is going to attack Moosey Moose with a soul bite. That's going to hit.
No.
And unfortunately, he'll be grappled. You see another one of these creatures is going to place a hand on Shrubby's shoulder and say,
Give up. You've already lost.
they're going to disappear.
Ah, dude.
And as you guys are looking on, shadowy tendrils envelop around Shrubby and Moosey Moose and cover their body, leaving the rest of you helpless as you watch on as Shrubby and Moosey Moose fade from existence and are gone. There are 2 horrors left that are going to attack you, Chai. 16 to hit?
That hits.
So then you are going to take 5 points of psychic damage, and you are now grappled. And then the other creature is going to place its hand on your shoulder and say,
This is the end for you. Your children will not miss you.
and again, these black tendrils will envelop Chai, and she is gone. Talroth,
Wait. Hold on. Chai is gone?
Chai is gone.
I'm assuming I can't use intercept.
All three of you go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
12.
16.
1.
Wow, we've had
mean,
so
a
many
dirty
ones.
No, it's gonna have add to it.
Talroth, with a 16, you were able to understand that Chai has been teleported away, that Moosey Moose and Shrubby have also been teleported away in somewhat of a dimension door style, 500 feet, you don't know which direction, gone. Though, Talroth, you would also know that without Chai being here, this memory has gotten much, much more dangerous for the remainder of you and the souls that are accompanying you. And I believe that is where we are going to end our episode for the night. My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I am joined here by the players to my left.
Brooklyn playing Chai.
Alec playing Javi.
Mason playing Talroth.
And Danny playing Zelbarath Wilderton.
Thank you so much for joining us for this adventure. I've just been very excited at the premise of this campaign. I'm so pleased with your guys' characters, with your guys' story that you have created in 2 episodes. So thank you, but also thank you as the listeners for being here and for listening. If you want to go check out our after show for this podcast, go to patreon.com/knocked and check out a little show called Talked Prone, where we discuss the episodes and how we're kind of feeling about the episodes every single time. I'm so excited to be in this video format, and I'm so excited that you are here joining us in either podcast or video format. So thank you again so much for being here, and we hope that you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep rolling, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your afterlife.